Hey yo, this is Amir.
And this is Hanafi.
And this is Nazarene.
And we are the Golden Nuggets Podcast.
Exclusive for TGN podcast listeners, I have an exciting offer this May. Get a professional one-page website, quick, efficient, and on one single platform for just $1. Yes, you heard that right, $1 freaking dollar. Normally, my fees are about $1,250 for one-page website. So this particular month, I'm giving you a discount of $1,249 off the usual price. In exchange, there's a simple commitment fee of $50 a month. Okay, this is just to cover the platform costs and whatever miscellaneous fees involved. So on top of that, there's a special bonus. This bonus will get you to access my one-page playbook mini course, where it's a series of videos that I share on how you can build effective, high-converting landing pages. You get access to a community of like-minded individuals. On top of that, you get weekly group coaching sessions to solidify your foundations of your website. This offer is just limited to 100 signups. Yes, 100 signups, and spots are filling it fast. So it's valid only for this month. Anything above this month, it's off. Okay, so first come, first serve. Sign up today at $1website.shop/TGN. I repeat, $1website.shop/TGN. Don't miss this one. I'll see you guys on the other side. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Golden Nuggets Podcast. My name is Nazreen. I have my co-host Ame, and today we have a special guest. A guest from Dubai. A guest which I haven't met before. Okay, of course, a connection from Ami, and I've checked out her Instagram. She's an author, celebrity author, a global speaker, life coach, a hijab model, and an inventor of Woman of Power. We have today Miss Zai Miztiq.
Yeah. All right, Zai, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, no problem, man. I think I've told them about wanting to bring you in since last year, right?
Yeah,
I think I mentioned last year. So, manifest.
Wow, and Zai balik dari Dubai.
Yes, correct. Yeah. And then thanks to Renee for
introduction.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so want to start with light or heavy?
As you like. Bring it on.
So Zai, can you share with us how was your childhood like?
Whoa.
Ami questions are deep, so be prepared.
Bring it on. Childhood, very interesting. Okay, so I have 5 other siblings.
Okay.
I'm number 6.
Okay.
6.
Yes.
Last one.
Very last one.
Okay.
That's baik. I thought that was baik, but not true. As you know, in our culture, when you're single and you're the last kid, you have to juggle your parents.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that happened kind of, I was the main caregiver most of the time. But that's not caregiver, not fair to say that is my childhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then again, this is better. Thank you.
Yeah.
And much better. Thank you. And my dad left when I was 1.
Oh, okay.
So technically, I didn't have a father figure. So my mom was my superhero. She was my mother. She was the strong woman. She was the everything for all of us. She literally single-handedly raised all 6 of us. Yeah, so I guess that's why I also went into the space of woman empowerment, right? When you are surrounded by very powerful women. And I have 3 other sisters, 2 brothers. So yeah, but otherwise, I had fun. I went to school. I never dropped out from school.
Okay.
And I love art. I loved helping my teachers and friends. And I was always a school leader.
Okay.
Prefect.
I wasn't prefect because I wasn't that smart, I think. But
Wait, do you need to be smart to be prefect?
I don't know.
I wonder.
The school missed out on a very powerful leader, but never mind. But I was like class monitress, class rep, class captain, treasurer. Always seeking out ways to be the front person to support, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, that was always it.
Okay. Were you a naughty student back then?
No, I was actually very diplomatic. I always supported all my gangster friends and had to mediate between them and my school teacher and my principals. So I always anything I was tak apa, I understand why you all do this, but you know what? Let's give our teacher some face. And teacher, you know why he do this? Like, you should understand. So always mediating Actually, that's what I do now. I counsel people, coach, and help people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why we understand a bit of background of our guests, because it's all these small soft skills that
course.
eventually make them who they are today.
100%. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, but you mentioned about you mediating these two parties, right?
Yeah.
Like, why is it you? Why not another teacher to be doing this?
Pasal mak kepo? No, you see, that's the thing again. I always emphasize this now. I also have a awakening parents workshop.
Okay.
Resilient, confident parents raise confident, compassionate kids.
Wow.
But look at what's happening today. A lot of kids today are very wise. They're very smart.
Yep.
It doesn't mean, and I always think that adults or parents throw their storms on their children, which is very unfair. So you don't let them grow and do their thing. So as a young child during the schooling days, I think I saw, maybe I had my empathy, right? And I could connect dots. And I had the idea, okay, let's do it this way and this way. So I was the chosen one, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. At 1 year old, your dad left you.
Yeah.
How is it like living with a single mom?
Okay, well, to say he left wasn't quite true, because he went back to India, where
Okay.
he was from, actually. So I'm half Indian, actually. So he didn't, there was no divorce, but he went and came back every now and then. So to me, I never had a father figure, but he was there. So your question was, how is it like to
Yeah.
live with a single mom? Like I said, I never felt like I never had a father. But deep down within, of course, I wish, I wish I had
To have a father figure, eh?
I wish my father communicated with me. So when I was around 20 plus, bila I started running back to Allah, running back to God, we should talk about that as well. I decided, I told my mom, I want to go back, I want to visit Dad in India. I want to pray with him. He's my imam.
And how did your mom react to that?
She's cool. She's like, kalau kau rasa betul, kau buat lah. I
Okay.
cakap, okay, mak, thank you. Then I just go. And was good. But then again, at the end of the day, today, I wish I knew what I knew today, right? Everything that happened to us, semua ada hikmah dia.
Yeah.
Everything has a beautiful wisdom. I think this is one of the very powerful golden nugget, because what happened in the past shaped me to be who I am today. But then again, I always feel like, as much as I'm a motivational speaker, I'm on stage speaking about all the positive stuff, humanity, we need to work on healing transformation. Because even though I think it's, okay lah, I don't have father, but I had mom, I lived well, I was never a day, tak ada shelter, no food, nothing. But am I truly healed? Do I have a void? Am I escaping and running away from love or true love if I meet someone? There's so many factors to it. Jadi we have to be mindful. Are we truly living our truth, or is it a plastered truth? Yeah.
Okay.
That's another deep one.
Plastered truth. Wow.
Plastered truth, yeah.
Because everything nowadays is plastered truth, right?
Very plastic. Actually, when I was 12 and my niece was 5, I used to say this world is so plastic. And 12 was super long ago.
Yeah.
43 minus 12. I don't know.
31.
Very long ago.
Yeah.
The hell, damn long ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So you grew up in Singapore.
I grew up in Singapore.
Went to a normal school.
I went to normal school, Chinese school. Then I ended up in Fairfield Methodist. So
Okay.
5 years I was in Fairfield Methodist, normal academic. And then I went to Poly. I was in Nanyang Poly. I did business management and HR.
Okay.
But I went to Nanyang Poly for a very big reason.
Okay,
I didn't
what's that
choose
reason?
that Poly. We could make 12 choices. I only made 3, all Nanyang Poly. Sebab when I went to the open house, there was a thing called Makeup Artist Club.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm going to get into this poly. I'm going to join the club, and the second year I'm going to be the president. And I really did.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why was that a motivation?
Because I love makeup.
So
No lah, because prior to that, when's poly? During that time was when I did a lot of fashion show. I was a model, then makeup, and then I was introduced to henna art. I brought henna art to
wow.
Japan. I lived in Japan for 6 months.
okay.
It was fun times, but yeah, because there was a makeup artist club, and I knew I wanted to be the president of the club.
So
So you must know what you want before you choose anything
okay,
and get it.
that was your main reason. There's no reason why you take up business and what again?
HR.
Business and
IBHRM, International Business and Human Resource Management. Oh, another reason why I chose that course was because I know it's easy to pass and I know I will score. So I was like, okay lah.
Oh, how do you
easy
know
peasy. General and generic topic, and I loved business from before. So I thought, can lah. My English is good. Like, okay lah.
Okay. Any reason why you love business from back then?
Oh, since 9 years old, like I actually share it in my book,
Okay.
Turn Your Passion into Profit. I used to do a lot of art. And like I said, I like art kan. So my friends used to pay me to do their artwork.
Okay.
Wow. You make money then.
In school, yeah.
Wow.
So it's more
When
than
you say artwork, it means the
school artwork.
the
That was
one
one.
that you need to submit
Yes,
for
yes,
your
yes.
grading.
So I had one guy who's
Okay.
like super rich. She's like, Zai, can you please do for me? I'll pay you anything. I'm like, of course, come, I'll do it for you. Senang aja for me.
How
To make
much do you
money.
charge?
I can't remember. He would give me like I don't know, $2 or 5 or 10. I can't remember. And that time was
Yes.
Was a lot.
big money,
Yeah.
And then another thing I used to do is I would make bookmarks. I remember the most coolest thing or not so cool thing I made was paper slippers, and my friends
Okay.
bought from me. I was like, okay lah, I can make money. So I from young time I didn't ask for my mom's school pocket money.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
then I started
see.
teaching tuition, and then I was into makeup artistry, so I started with makeup, and then I was introduced to henna art. I started doing henna, and I made money since then. So fun, yeah.
Okay, so that's why you chose the business course.
The business, no, that one was just to pass and get out of school.
Okay.
Just to have the set.
Okay. And where did you graduate from poly? And did you go to uni after that?
No.
Okay.
That was also intentional because my mom wanted me to pursue a degree, and I said, Mom, you know what? I don't need a degree in business. I'm going to start my business like immediately. So I started Miztiq Henna and Body Art. That was my first company.
Ah.
Yeah, right. Actually, yeah, I started the business before I registered it. I think got registered a year after. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't do a degree firstly because I can't say it on air, but because I saw a lot of people with degree, they're not that smart.
Okay.
Okay.
Tak ada EQ.
Mm.
Then I'm like, dia ada degree macam gini. Like, I don't want to have a degree. I was so motivated by that.
It's okay. I don't have a degree also.
I know, and I'm
I
super
do,
proud of it.
but I mean, what made you generalize degree holders?
Yeah. Where did that?
I do.
Where did that
Okay,
profiling
to
come
be
from?
fair, there was two reasons. Masa dia ada degree. Okay, to be fair. So, one was when I was at that age, my mom was that old. She had me when she was 42. So when I was
Okay.
about 20ish, she's 60 plus. I said, Mom, I don't want you to work so hard, like enough, because my siblings have degree. So from them, I got inspired
okay.
that I don't want to have degree.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, kasihan my mom. So I said, Mom, when I'm older, I will pursue my own degree because I loved alternative medicine as well at the time. And then now, like, I know I want to pursue my degree in psychology, and I want to
Right.
introduce the concept of Islamic psychology, inshallah.
Okay.
So that's that. So I knew I wanted to take a degree later because I kasihan my mom. I pitied my mom. And yeah, and then the other one was because I saw people with degree. I'm like, I'm street
Okay.
smart. I don't need it. Yeah.
Okay. You know how Asian parents wouldn't really want their kids to go into business, right? Because it's not safe.
Or art.
You know,
Yeah.
tak ada CPF.
So
Yeah.
risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does your mom react when you decide to run your own business?
Actually, that's the thing I wanted to say. My mom is, subhanAllah, so cool. Allah bless her soul. She passed away 5 years ago. She is one of my biggest inspiration. She never went to school because she was the last few of her, don't know how many siblings. She doesn't read. She cannot read and she cannot write.
Oh,
But she raised us so well. Like how? Subhanallah, she was a seamstress to jahit all these like pillowcases and sell to shop. So I think I had that. Can you imagine? Until today, my brothers who have degree and I am who don't have, and we're like, how did she do it, man? And even until the day she passed on, she made sure that I am the one who take over the house. I mean, it's a shared home. And until today, technically, she is taking care of her daughter after she passed on. You know what I mean? So if people are worried about degree, will bring you this, will do that. My mom didn't even go to school. We're talking about. So back to me, I think honestly, there's so many people with degree today who are jobless.
Yes,
So
I agree.
true.
we need,
I agree.
Yeah, and so I think more than the paper qualification, knowledge of paper, you need knowledge of taste. So that's why you need to be street smart. You need to have soft skills, and then they talk about mindset, fixed mindset, growth mindset. I think more importantly, we need to have our entrepreneurial mindsets, and that's what I teach today in my corporate, be it my corporate training or workshops or talks, because you need to have an entrepreneurial mindset. You need to think how to get out of the box. You need to reflect, understand, be able to communicate. And this Raya was super amazing because I came back and then we were like, where are we going to hang out first day of Raya? Normally it's one brother's home. And then everyone's like, you know, right? Everybody grow up or grow old and then things change. I'm like, wait, something's going on. Somebody's going to somebody's house, somebody's in this. So I had to like mediate again. Mediate.
Among all your siblings.
Mediate. Not just siblings, sebab ada 17 anak saudara.
Wah.
Ada 7, 8 dan cucu saudara. So it's like, never mind, somebody has to be the glue. It's okay. You see, that's the thing. Is that communication breakdown? What is that? Or is it we are not even comprehending? There's no comprehension. Somebody says something, it's a silent chaos. So nobody talk. I cakap, alamak, this is interesting. Why am I teaching just effective communication and collaboration? It's about comprehension. So when someone asks a question, I'm being questioned, I've asked you a question, it's because I want to clarify, I want to understand. It's not I'm being egoistic or rude. I want to truly understand you so I can answer what you want to hear or what's the correct thing. Because there's so many answers to a question.
Yeah.
Go back and forgive.
So what's the conclusion?
I think it's interesting.
Conclusion to which one?
I think it's interesting
communication.
It's interesting you mentioned about Hari Raya people decide to go here and there and everywhere. Because I personally, and this is something I've been feeling ever since perhaps COVID. I was telling my cousin like I think if our the oldest lah, which is our mak long, if she's no longer around, I think the family will fall apart. Because there's no one specific place that everybody will go to at the first day, and nobody is actually mediating the entire thing.
You are 100% right. You are 100% right, because everyone, my brother and sisters, said the same thing. If mak meninggal, we will all break up.
Wow. How are we gonna solve that?
And it happened for someone, because you see again, again, another thing that people don't talk about, death. When we grieve, everyone grieve differently. So one of my sister had to stay away from all of us because all of us reminded her of mak. For me, I cannot even see pictures because if I see pictures, I become very upset. One of my niece, she need to see. You see lah this photo. You see this photo, me and Nani, like Nani is grandma. Then I'm like, I cannot see the picture, so we cannot communicate. So I remember kecai.
Yeah.
So you see, that's the thing. But then again, very simple. This year, I told everyone, our number one sister is our eldest. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna be there 11 to 12. Everyone, see you there. Happened. One brother was working. Okay, I knew he was working, so I excused him. So technically, simple logic.
Yeah.
Very simple. Tapi ego. Then masing-masing ada anak kan? Anak dah ada rumah. They also want to have their own Hari Raya. Why should? Because when my mother was alive, I barely went out on first day of Raya.
Okay.
Because I'm the last one, remember?
Yeah.
Last one, right? So I barely got, so I like, oh my god, I wish I can jalan Hari Raya like everyone. I'm the one who's serving the drinks and the kuih and the food. Like, I want to jalan Raya. So for many years, I never jalan Hari Raya. So like when I was living in Dubai, I think 2 Raya or 3 Rayas ago, first day I went out, I went to the mosque, solat and everything. Then I'm like, I want to go to the beach on Hari Raya. This is my like ideal Hari Raya.
So shook.
Yeah, like I want to go to the beach and it was empty. I want the sun. I want to swim. I want to have my coffee and burrito. Like this is my ideal Hari Raya. Again, how many? So talking back about conversation tadi, how many of us can have healthy, tough conversations?
Healthy, tough.
Healthy conversation is one, but bringing on tough conversations with kindness and grace. We need to teach this.
Wow.
Yes.
To everyone.
It's true.
All age, all level.
It's true.
Sebab kita Hari Raya, Selamat Raya, Mak Zai kata, bullshit.
Yes.
Kau Mak Zai kata apa? Dalam hati you still grudge. Tu hari kau buat gini kau tak bayar duit aku all this nonsense. I'm like, hey, sit down, come, I want to ask you a question. Clarify. Did you say this? Oh, I learned this only recently, 2-3 years. 2-3 years. I said, actually, I'm in a relationship now, so I have tough conversation. I have to ask, because I have my own set of beliefs, my own set of perception. Kenapa dia cakap ini? No, that's not what I meant. I actually meant this. Like, I'm so sorry you felt that way. How the other if you already clarify, how the other person still want to accept it is their personal problem. But you have to clear it. Because at the end of the day, Yamul Akhirah, after you receive the book on your right hand, you will walk. Allah said, now you can enter Jannah. Right? Do you know this?
Yeah.
And then if you are walking towards Jannah, there's a lane called Qantarah. Qantarah. Have you heard of this?
Qantarah. No.
Qantarah is Allah cakap, aku dah maafkan kau, aku dah settlekan kau ni right book. Now you go and settle with those you haven't settled. Siap. Neither here, neither there. Siap.
Wow.
When I heard about Qantarah, I said, oh my god, who else aku nak X ni semua cuma nak minta maaf ni. You see?
And what more if they have already left the world?
But still, there is a way because we are all spiritually connected. Tapi if like that, even worse. Better lah, you just minta maaf spiritually. I mean, in person still your ego like, not ready kan. See? The Qantarah, I'm like, when I read about that a few years ago, I said, oh my god, I got a lot of scores to settle. I'm doomed. And you are always, guys, a villain in somebody's life.
Yes, I agree.
We offend people. The more your mulut straight, laser, right? Laser like hell, like, so many scores to settle. How? So you need to make peace. You need to drop the ego jacket. You need to have conversations. Like, I'm genuinely sorry if at 7 years old I said something to you which I didn't mean. Or maybe I meant it, but I was so young. Like, can you please forgive me? Buy them a gift. I don't know, something. But some people will never forgive you. Maybe they cannot because they're not ready.
Yes.
But you have done your part.
You need to initiate first. At least start.
You need to even be aware.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's why we're doing all this, right?
Yep.
And this will help a lot of people lose a lot of weight. Sebab emotional baggage is real.
Yes.
Of course, you have to eat right and everything else. Tapi some people, they don't eat a lot. But they just... But emotional baggage is real. Because kita simpan. Asian simpan. My first week in Jordan, I always had massive culture shock. I lived in Jordan, by the way.
Okay.
I was in Jordan, Morocco, Yemen for 2 years. First week, I was in a hostel, all girls. And then when I went to the lobby, because I was lonely in my room, baru datang and I cakap, I want to sit with some people. The girls were like screaming at each other.
Why?
Itulah. Cakap, asal dia gaduh? Kita kat Singapore, ukhti, everybody sisterhood lah. So fun kan? So I asked somebody beside me, I said, why are they fighting? They are working together. Are they okay? This was very long ago, like 10 years ago. 12 years ago. They said, yeah, they're okay. They always talk like this. You see, in the Arab world, diorang kalau anything, it's heated up, settle.
They finish there.
I'm brothers. Kita Asian, no, it's okay, tak apa, it's okay lah, tak singgung lah, tak apalah. Engkau simpan, satu hari, 5 months later ke 5 years later, you volcano eruption and then you bring it out and you're like, what? You mean all this while you were not being authentic with me?
Yeah.
That sucks, man. I mean, we don't, how do I say this? Like you said, the maaf Zai button is BS.
Totally.
But yeah, although Hari Raya allow us to do this only once a year, then what happened to the rest of the year?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
That's why tough conversations, healthy, tough conversations.
But there's a thing, like for me, right? I used to be able to discuss things that are tough, but the problem is people may not receive it well, and they cannot accept it, and then like for example, in terms of work, especially when they cannot accept it, they just cut connections with you, and then they decide like, okay, I don't think you are fit for this company, fit for this job, that kind of thing. So this eventually shaped me to become like someone much more reserved. So how do I break that? That's
because
number one.
Then you fear to voice out.
Yes, correct. So how do I break that? And at the same time, in the event, like we have that tough conversation, but the other person don't want to have that conversation. How do we handle that?
I just did a LinkedIn live event yesterday about this topic. Why HR should be storytellers.
Cool.
Because like I said, people are maybe sometimes when you are too smart. That's why I used to have to do that. When I go to events, I cannot wear red lipstick. I mean, even now, like you cannot put on too much makeup. Like you cannot speak too much because people get scared. I've worked with mentors where they feel threatened. Threatened because they think like, are you trying to act smart? But no, I am smart. Like,
and the thing is, sometimes certain questions we ask them is
they cannot
genuine,
take it.
genuinely like we want to learn.
Yes.
But they cannot accept that. Yeah.
So how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
That's why a lot of robots exist in the corporate world, and that's why StepUpJourney.com is here, and that's why we want to encourage effective communication, collaboration, and coaching. This is what we teach. The topic is authentic public speaking, effective communication, collaboration, and coaching. I teach like applying entrepreneurial mindset at work and everything. But in every of my, be it a talk, even here, be it a training, corporate training, or whatever setting, I always focus and emphasize on the importance of healing transformation. And it encompasses loving kindness with yourself and others. It encompasses forgiveness. So I recently did corporate training for one of the big hotels in Dubai. Senior directors and regional managers in the room. So there was like about 10 to 12 of them, quite close group, but at a very senior level. Just above them is like CEOs, CFOs already, four
right.
level. After the first, there's 3 sessions. At the end of, just before the session end, one of the guy from Myanmar said, Miss Zai, you are right. I have to ask my son to forgive me. Kau tengok? Because effective communication and collaboration. But we talk about, I said, I can teach you all everything. But if there is no authenticity, you don't understand how you speak to people, how you respond, how you ego or not ego. I don't know. That was a very powerful session because each and every one of them had a moment of, now I understand why I think and feel and behave a certain way. Imagine a guy from Myanmar said, in his 50s, I need to ask my son to forgive me. One more guy, I actually have knowledge but I'm scared to share because I always feel like I'm not good enough. These are senior people. I got shocked.
So it's like a moment of realization that they have been like that all the while.
And this made them plastic truth lah. I just came out with that term today, came out because of you all. Plastic truth. Plastic. Let's say you cover who you are. You have to, a mask kan? You all watch him carry mask, right? So you keep masking yourself and act the way that you're not. That's why, let's say yourself, where you had a situation where you're in the company and I genuinely want to ask this question because I think I have a solution. They don't want to hear you. They don't want to buy your idea because they think they're good enough. Where did that come from? So in my second book, I talk about confidence of superiority versus confidence of humility. So in the second book, 5 Things I Love About Being a Woman. Because this I Belajar was very beautiful in Yemen. So Habib Kazim was talking about adab and akhlaq and all. Of course, he didn't say it as I planted it in the book. But because you see in our culture, right, kita kena beradab. What is adab?
A form of respect.
So you cannot speak in front of the adults. There's so much of, again, cultural disorder, I call it, nonsense. So a lot of cultural disorder that firstly tak kena tempat, it's so egoistic, it's so narcissistic, and it's not helpful at all. If my child and I and the adults cannot sit in one place and have a healthy conversation with respect, with appreciation, what's there to hide? And kids today, whether they orang jauh atau dekat, they are sponge. They can hear everything and they know and they can sense energy without you even talking. So the adab thing is very need to be worked on.
Loose. Is that the term?
We have to create our own culture. New world order.
Right. Okay. I think we have reached 25 minutes mark.
Yes, correct. And we are supposed to talk about your accident or in the first part.
What's the second part?
Never mind.
I cancel it lah.
We can talk about it on the second part.
Yeah, we can. What's the second part about? About my future plan?
No, the second part is usually about how you eventually start your entrepreneurship journey.
Okay, that's how, because of my accident.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so that is a good segue, especially to the part 2. So, guys, there's so many nuggets that we can extract from Zai today. So, to continue, stay tuned to part 2. Bye-bye.